Hi there. So, our first question is, what event in your lifetime has the biggest impact on your perception of the media? Well, I'm gonna have to go way back, but I remember being in high school or just graduating from high school, and we had dial up as internet. Um, we had MySpace as our only social media place where we can connect with people. And I remember actually starting college and spending so much time on MySpace and updating my profile and putting a new song that I was into. But that's actually what impacted my life in the social media aspect, where I was like, what is happening and why are we so into MySpace? And it was fun, and I didn't see it at the time being as something that would last this long. And then after that, I just did my normal thing. Went to college, got my AA, traditional college, got my AA in psychology, and then I went to work. And not till I've been here at the Los Angeles Film School for about 2.5 years, and not till then is when I actually discovered media over again, even though I've always been surrounded by it in a sense where I love movies and I love music and I listen to music all day. Actually on Spotify all day long. That's what I'm doing. And what I feel going towards the second question is, what does the media landscape look like in 20 years? And I feel that movies, theaters, are actually going to be obsolete. People, including myself, I don't want to get dressed up to go watch a movie. I love the comfort of being in my own home and streaming the movie when I want at the time. And things like Netflix and Hulu, everything that's streaming now is actually going to keep growing because right now I'm stuck on Orange is the New Black, and I was in Breaking Bad, and I can't wait for the new season to come out, and I don't want to wait for another season to come out, and I don't want to go somewhere outside of my own home to view it. So I feel that that's going to grow, and movies or movie theaters are actually going to be obsolete, just like Blockbuster Video, which was the thing to do back in when we could and rent movies. And even though I still use Redbox because I live by myself and it's difficult to actually afford internet, and hopefully it becomes cheaper in our future. But and it has to be because we're not going to want to go to the movies. I feel that another thing that's going to be obsolete would be radio. um, if I want to hear anything that's going on, for instance, in a good example, radio and the news, I don't feel that the television news are going to be completely gone because television is not going to be non existent. We need television. I love television, and that is something that I don't feel that it's going to be gone. But the news, as like newspapers or magazines or any of that, everything's actually digital. So we're gonna go more towards the digital side. We want the news now, here and now. And if there's an earthquake, such as I'm like, was that an earthquake? Like I actually go on my Facebook to see everybody comment that there was an earthquake. So I think that's what we're gonna go towards more. So I feel that radio, um, media when it comes to like journalism, such as newspapers and radio, we're not going to have anymore. And also, the way we get our music, I don't like CDs. I scratch on my throat all over the place, and I can't play them anymore. I love the fact that I can actually play them on my iPad, and I can play them on my laptop or my phone, and I feel everything's just going to be digital. Photography, music, movies, everything's just going to be fast. And that's what I'm hoping that would happen. And I am actually looking forward to that. Even though I grew up in the late 90s where I grew up with just dial up, but I'm actually looking forward to that time. Um, I'm sorry I'm all over the place, but I like where we're headed, and a lot of people don't like how things are changing, but I actually like it, and I feel that a future person who's going to graduate in media communications, this is actually going to be extremely awesome for us because we can reach out to the public faster instead of the way it used to be done, where even as a band, people will go watch you perform and then decide to be your managers, and you become famous by just having all these shows, but it will have to be by someone who actually decided to be your manager. Now all you have to do is go on Facebook and promote your band and promote where you're playing and word of mouth. And in my where I work, especially I work at the Los Angeles Film School, I work with students who this is what they want to do. This is what they're passionate about. And in every single profession that you're going into, even if it's music, movies, communication, whatever it is, you need the word of mouth. You need social media. So that is what's going to impact our future. But again, I see radio, I see newspapers, magazines, I see movie theaters. Anything that has to do with us actually leaving the comfort of our homes, it's what's not going to be existent anymore. And I'm actually not sad that it's going away. I love everything that has to do with, the old era, such as from the 40s to the 60s, but I'd rather just be in my PJs watching a movie without having to leave the comfort of my home and doing my makeup and doing my hair. So that is something that I'm looking forward to, and that's what I actually see happening. So yeah, that's it. I had a great time in this class, and I learned a lot, and I hope to continue to do so, and I can't wait to show what I got.